There are films that entertain, films that impress, and films that move an audience for a fleeting moment. Then there are films that linger, films that settle into the spirit and remain there long after the screen fades to black. Saving Private Ryan belongs to that final category. It's not merely a story about World War II, nor is it simply a depiction of heroism under fire. It's a meditation on sacrifice, memory, and the fragile value of a single human life amid overwhelming destruction. Through its unflinching realism and emotional depth, the film confronts viewers with a difficult truth: that war is both an arena of courage and a landscape of immeasurable loss. The film opens not with a spectacle, but with reverence. An American flag moves gently in the wind, and an elderly man walks slowly through a cemetery lined with white crosses. Before a word is even spoken, the tone is set. This is a story shaped by remembrance. Then comes Omaha Beach. The landing sequence remains one of the most harrowing depictions of combat ever brought to the screen. The approach is tense and silent. Soldiers crowded into steel boats, their faces pale with anticipation. The air feels thick with inevitability, and when the ramp drops, the world fractures. Bullets rip through flesh. Men fall before their boots touch sand. Orders are shouted, but swallowed by the roar of artillery. There is no triumphant framing, no stylized choreography. The camera stumbles and shakes as though struggling to survive alongside the soldiers. The audience is not positioned as a distant observer. It's plunged into the confusion. The effect is overwhelming, not because of spectacle, but because of intimacy. The violence is not exaggerated. It's immediate and chaotic. The scene refuses comfort. It demands witness. After the storm of Omaha Beach subsides, the film narrows its focus from thousands of soldiers to 8 men and a single mission. Captain John Miller, steady and composed despite the tremor in his hand, is ordered to locate Private James Francis Ryan, the last surviving son of a family whose 3 other brothers have been killed in combat. The objective is simple.
Some private in the 101st lost 3 brothers and he's got a ticket home.
On the surface, it sounds noble, but among the men tasked with carrying it out, the order feels impossible to justify. Why should 8 lives be risked for 1? Why is this particular soldier deemed worth such sacrifice? The question hangs over the journey like a shadow. This moral tension becomes the heart of the film. As Miller's squad moves deep into enemy territory, their conversations reveal the emotional strain beneath their discipline. They argue, they question, they joke in order to quiet fear. Each soldier carries a private world within him, memories of home, of mothers and wives, of ordinary lives interrupted. They're not abstract symbols of bravery. They're individuals who long for safety, even as they march towards danger. Captain Miller stands at the center of this moral landscape. His leadership is not theatrical or domineering. It's quiet, measured, and deeply human. He gives orders because he must, not because he desires authority. The tremor in his hand, subtle yet persistent, becomes an emblem of the weight he carries. His composure is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. When his men speculate about his civilian life, it underscores how war strips identity down to rank and responsibility. The revelation that Miller was once a school teacher is striking in its simplicity. Before commanding men in battle, he instructed children in literature and grammar. The contrast is profound. War has transformed him, but it hasn't erased the ordinary humanity beneath the uniform.
You know, if going to Ramel and finding him so he can go home, if that earns me the right to get back to my wife, well, then that's my mission.
As the mission progresses, the squad encounters moments that deepen the moral complexity of their task. A captured enemy soldier forces them to debate mercy and revenge. The death of one of their own leaves them shaken, exposing the fragility of their unit. Each loss tightens the emotional stakes. The mission to save one man becomes intertwined with the memory of those already gone.
James Francis, Ryan?
Yes, sir. How'd you guess that?
When they finally find Private Ryan, he's not eager to be rescued. He refuses to abandon his unit, the men who have become his brothers in battle. His decision reframes the mission entirely. Saving him is no longer a matter of military policy. It becomes a question of loyalty and shared sacrifice. Ryan understands that survival carries responsibility. He can't leave without acknowledging the bond forged in danger. The film's final act, the defense of a crucial bridge, is chaotic and fierce. But beneath the noise lies a quiet truth. These men aren't fighting for strategy alone, but for each other. They fight because they have come to believe that their sacrifice might grant meaning to the chaos around them. Captain Miller's final moments distill the film's emotional core. Mortally wounded, he pulls Ryan close and whispers,
"Earn this. Earn it."
The words are simple, yet they reverberate with immense weight. They're not spoken in anger or pride, but in hope. Hope that the life preserved will justify the lives lost. Hope that survival can be more than chance. The film then returns to the cemetery, completing the circle of memory. The elderly Ryan stands before Miller's grave, his voice trembling as he asks whether he's been a good man. It's a question that transcends the story. It's not only Ryan asking, it's the audience. The film challenges each viewer to consider what it means to live a life worthy of sacrifice. Saving Private Ryan is about remembrance. It asks us to look beyond numbers and statistics, beyond maps and military strategy, and see the individual lives woven into history. Each soldier is someone's son. Each grave represents a future unrealized. Each act of sacrifice echoes across generations. The final image, the American flag rippling in the wind, doesn't feel triumphant. It invites gratitude, but also humility. It reminds us that freedom has been shaped by countless unnamed sacrifices. More than a war film, Saving Private Ryan is a testament to the enduring human spirit. It's about men who carried fear in their hearts and chose to stand. It's about the unbearable weight of memory and the quiet hope that sacrifice will not be forgotten. And long after the credits fade, one question remains, soft but persistent. How do we live in a way that honors those who gave everything?